Hi, everybody. Ian Bremmer here, and thought I'd give you a quick brief on what I think is happening around the GameStop saga, which is, not something I would necessarily spend a lot of time on normally because it's a markets issue and it's not such a big deal as a markets issue. And people, in this case, retail traders, using a trading platform in a way that was unanticipated, turbocharged by social media and Elon Musk, the wealthiest man on the planet, tweeting about GameStop, and suddenly everyone, all these retail investors come in. The stock goes way, 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 way up. And the Robinhood, the broker dealer, the app that everyone is using to get the hands on these shares is relatively new. They're not super sophisticated in terms of management and risk. And that means that they really weren't ready for the massively raised collateral requirements they were going to have with all of this new volume of trade going across their platform. I mean, others like TD Ameritrade, for example, didn't have this kind of problem. They're bigger, they're more established. They did. That meant they had to suspend the trading of GameStop for a period of time while they raised that capital. They're upset about it because if they're raising capital a few $1 billion under duress, the people that are giving them that capital are going to get much more favorable terms out of them in terms of the equity positions they get in GameStop. So they had to shut down the trades, but they raised money pretty quickly. And then they got back to trading as normal. And there you have it, except outrage. And the reason for the outrage is not because of GameStop. It's not because of Robinhood. The reason for the outrage is that a lot of people in the United States feel that the political system is rigged against them. And that system is not just the political parties, it's also the CEOs, the markets. I mean, keep in mind that on January 6th, when the Capitol building in the United States was occupied, markets in the United States hit record levels. And this was also while the pandemic is continuing to surge across the country with heightened unemployment and people worrying, are they going to get an additional $600 or $1,400 or $2,000 stimulus check to keep them going for a few more months? Are they going to be evicted from their homes? So yeah, they look at that and they get pretty angry. Remember 2008, the financial crisis, the regulatory authorities did respond to ensure that the banks actually had more capital, didn't take on as much risk, so you wouldn't have that crisis again. But the Occupy Wall Street movement, which was really about the social contract in the United States, the inequality in the United States, it kind of blew up for a year or so, and then we stopped talking about it. And that didn't go away. The fact is that the United States today is by far the most politically divided, the most economically unequal, and the most politically dysfunctional of the major advanced industrial democracies. And that reality, and that's all been growing under Obama and then even more under Trump. And while Biden wants to talk about unity and wants to reach across his own party and across the aisle to the Republicans, no one's arms would be great enough to do that. While he wants to get $2 trillion out there in stimulus, that's a Band-Aid. It's not going to fix these structural problems. So what you've seen in the last days has been the knee-jerk response to not the symptom, but to the underlying causes of a lot of Americans saying the system is fundamentally rigged. And that dysfunction is how you get Ted Cruz and AOC to agree that the common enemy here is the billionaire hedge funds. Is anything you can do to make yourself be on the side of the outrage, and point finger at what you think the problem is, that's really significant. That's why you get Trump. That's why you get Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's why you get the squad on the left. Those are all symptomatic of a U.S. political system that is not functioning well for increasingly a majority of Americans. And indeed, there's a reason why what happened in January 6th and what has happened around GameStop couldn't have happened in Germany or Japan or in Canada. And it's not just the regulations are different, but it's also that you don't have that level, anything close to that level of outrage with the existing system. And that's not something we're going to be able to fix, even though the GameStop challenge is something we can. So a few thoughts from me. I hope everyone's doing well. Be safe. Avoid people.